Welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled to have you here with us today. If you're a focused learner looking to uncover the fascinating and often completely hidden structures of the world around us, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're setting the stage for a deep dive into something so incredibly fundamental, it literally weaves the fabric of our universe together. We're talking about the raw power of connection. We're going to explore its absolute central role in what's being called the wellness revolution and look at how our physical, emotional, and even our digital lives are entirely dependent on the bonds we forge. So, I want you to picture something for a second. What happens when we exist but we're entirely alone? Imagine an entity utterly devoid of any connections. It is a really stark, isolating reality. According to the source material we're looking at, losing our connections is a massive shock to the system. It's akin to a sudden car crash or the physical atrophy of your muscles from a lack of neurological signals. It's like abruptly going offline and just losing your network entirely. Without these vital links, we aren't just lonely, we actually become unwell. We find ourselves lost in this isolating, confusing sea of chaos where communication completely breaks down and our very survival is challenged. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our logical roadmap bridging human touch all the way to web analytics and therapy. We'll start with the essence of connection, then move into the magic of synchronicity. After that, we'll look at hubs and smart cities, followed by measuring our daily connections, and finally, professionals making connections. Part 1. The essence of connection. We're looking at the biological necessity of touch and belonging. The universe itself is basically built on two fundamental elements, entities and connections. It's through connections that the true essence of our universe unfolds, and human biology is absolutely no exception to this rule. For us, having strong connections provides this profound sense of belonging, but it goes way beyond just feeling good. Research actually shows these bonds actively improve our immune function and our cardiovascular health, all while boosting empathy. On the flip side, the physical consequences of weak or severed connections are incredibly severe. Loneliness isn't just a sad emotional state, it's physically dangerous. It's linked to isolation, depression, increased morbidity, and systemic discord. The sheer density and quality of our connections quite literally dictate our physical health. To really get why this is so biologically hardwired into us, we kind of have to look back. For millennia, our ancestors found warmth and security in these hunter-gatherer bands of about 60 to 100 souls. But within those larger bands, centuries ago, genuine engagement flourished in much smaller, intimate herds of just 5 to 8 individuals. We see this enduring need decades ago and even today in the timeless ritual of communal eating or grazing to nourish the soul. Well, even if today that sometimes just means fighting over the last slice of pizza. In the modern era, our innate need hasn't changed one bit. Only the scale has changed, expanding into these vast, data-driven communal hubs and smart cities. And connection starts at the most physical, undeniable level, touch. Touch isn't just one of our 5 senses, it is a foundational safety mechanism. In both the animal world and right here among humans, touch serves as an early warning system against danger, an essential tool for sensory learning in infants, and an absolutely irreplaceable part of our emotional well-being. It manages excessive arousal and soothes distress. It's exactly why practices like massage therapy are so effective. It physically grounds our connection to the real world. Section 2. The magic of synchronicity. Let's explore the unseen bonds that unite us. Shifting our focus to the more abstract, unseen forces that create deep, cooperative harmony between people and systems, we find synchronicity. This happens when resonating entities come together and pool their resources to function in perfect harmony. When this occurs, the collective output actually costs less than the resources required to produce that same outcome individually. It's a real game changer. This powerful synergy unlocks incredible efficiency, making the whole vastly greater than the sum of its parts. Now, a captivating process that leads directly to this synchronicity is called entrainment. This is basically when two oscillating systems harmonize their rhythms with one another over time. Think of the highly relatable analogy of a crowd clapping in a stadium. Initially, it's just chaotic noise, right? But soon, they naturally align into a unified, synchronized beat. We see this in nature, too, like when thousands of fireflies synchronize their flashing patterns in perfect, mesmerizing harmony. It really fosters a deep sense of unity. Taking this a step further, we encounter the Schumann resonance. These are extremely low-frequency electromagnetic waves circulating in the Earth's atmosphere. And what is truly fascinating here, like literally mind-blowing, is that the primary frequency hovers right around 7.83 hertz. This is affectionately known as the heartbeat of the Earth because it closely aligns with the average human brain's alpha wave frequency. That's the exact state associated with relaxed alertness. It really sparks curiosity about the unseen, planetary-level connections we might naturally be entrained to. Part 3. Hubs and Smart Cities. How we are building connections in the modern landscape. Moving from those unseen biological and atmospheric bonds into the physical spaces where social capital is forged today, we have our communal hubs. These are the bustling roads, the inviting footpaths, the serene parks, and vibrant shops. They're the cozy cafes, places of worship, schools, and our public transport networks. These traditional hubs are the true heartbeats of our neighborhoods. They're the physical places where serendipitous encounters organically happen and a genuine sense of belonging naturally blossoms. But now we've entered the era of smart cities. This is where the Internet of Things is layering digital data directly over these physical hubs. Just think about it. Your morning commute is optimized by smart traffic systems using real-time data for flow and parking. The exact air you breathe is monitored by environmental sensors. Even the waste management systems use bins with sensors to optimize garbage collection routes. Meanwhile, emergency response networks use tech like gunshot detection for rapid law enforcement alerts. By tracking how we connect with our environment, this technology makes our living spaces significantly more sustainable, efficient, and lovable. Section 4. Measuring our daily connections. Let's look at the data actually driving the wellness revolution. So you might be wondering, how do we actually analyze these vast webs of connection on a personal level? One of these simplest yet most effective tools for this is an eco-map. I want you to imagine drawing your own eco-map right now. It is a structured visual way to map out your support networks and your relationships with the people and structures that are most important to you. By often incorporating genograms for family history, an eco-map quickly identifies your social strengths and challenges. It acts as a critical visual guide that professionals use to inform their intervention strategies and decision-making. But we don't just map our family and friends anymore. Our daily digital habits map our connections to the broader world. Every time a cookie tracks your web behavior, an API analyzes your social media engagement, or Shazam figures out that song you're listening to, you are generating data. Through your TV streaming habits or music algorithms, every single click, stream, and like is a measurable, quantifiable point of connection. All of this intense daily digital tracking builds a highly detailed profile of our daily lifestyle practices. Now, over in the business world, this concept of measuring connection is perfected through customer relationship management, or CRM software. CRM is the ultimate tool businesses use to organize contact information, automate their engagement campaigns, and analyze performance data. It is literally how organizations ensure they are delivering personalized human experiences at scale. By thoroughly understanding their customers' needs, they nurture enduring relationships. Honestly, it's why your favorite brand seems to magically know exactly when to email you a birthday discount. And this brilliantly illustrates how this level of tracking evolves even further in healthcare, specifically with universal health records, or UHRs. UHRs are these incredible digital repositories that compile your lifelong health data. By allowing secure sharing among healthcare providers, they ensure you receive comprehensive, coordinated care anywhere you go. It completely reflects a patient-centric, integrated approach to tracking our ultimate physical well-being. Finally, Part 5, Professionals Making Connections, the human element of support. Behind all this data and theory are the actual human beings who utilize this information to help us forge and repair these bonds. If you ever feel disconnected, it is absolutely crucial to know that a massive, diverse network of dedicated professionals exists solely to empower you. Therapists and psychologists offer a safe space to address social anxiety. Life coaches guide you in building self-confidence, while relationship coaches help navigate romance. Meanwhile, allied health workers, like social workers and speech therapists, act as the unsung heroes addressing the communicative threads that make connection possible. They are all here to help you rebuild your core values. Backing up these individuals are robust community support services. These vital systems act as critical safety nets for society. We're talking about mental health programs offering crisis intervention, social services providing housing and food, and emergency crisis centers offering domestic violence, safe houses, and legal aid.
These services ensure that vulnerable populations can maintain a baseline standard of living, allowing them to remain connected to the community even in times of severe adversity.
Let's move to and see how this builds into a tangible healing journey for anyone struggling to find their place in the modern world. It starts with step 1, acknowledging the experience of isolation or loss of connection. Step 2, you take action by mapping your personal network, perhaps using that eco map we talked about, to identify where the gaps are. Step 3, you engage with the professionals and community services available to you. And finally, step 4, through that guided support, you rebuild your core values and actively foster new, healthy relationships.
To summarize our deep dive today, think of human connection a bit like the number 1. On its own, it might seem simple, right? But when you combine ones and zeros into digital code, the potential is infinite. Human connections are exactly the same. They hold limitless, awe-inspiring transformative power. Recognizing and nurturing these bonds is the very force driving the well-being revolution toward a profoundly healthier, more empathetic world.
So I want to leave you with this provocative final thought. Are you ready to evaluate your own eco map and join the wellness revolution to rediscover your most vital connections? Take a moment today to look at your daily habits, look at your digital footprint, and really look at the people in your hub. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep connecting, and I will see you next time.